Good morning to the panel of judges. I am Hareeta. Today I'm going to present a story about the honest woodcutter. Once upon a time in a village of Flora, there lived a young man named Alan. He was a very warm-hearted and kind man indeed. He offered to help others and won't take or ask anything in return. He lived in a small house by himself. Every day he goes out to the forest to cut wood to earn a living. His neighbor Diego was a cruel and an infamous landlord. He made his servants work day and night and doesn't respect them at all. Diego always wanted Alan's land and his house, so he thought of a plan. I'm gonna feel pretty pity on Alan and give him some money. And that evening they talked about the deal, but Alan refused the deal. When Diego asked why, Alan said because it's not his. The next morning, as usual, Alan went woodcutting. While he's woodcutting, his axe fell down to the river. He shouted out for help. "Oh no, my axe! My only axe, so I can earn a living with." Suddenly, from the river, a beautiful fairy appeared. She asked Alan what happened to him. Alan told that how his axe fell into the river. And then the fairy created a small whirlpool and out came out a golden axe. The fairy asked Alan, "Is this your axe, young man?" "No, this is not my axe, dear fairy," said Alan. "Are you sure?" And Alan said, "I'm really sure, dear fairy, this is not my axe. My axe is much more worse than that." And then the fairy made another whirlpool and out came out a silver axe. The fairy asked, "Is this your axe, Alan?" "No," said Alan again. "Are you sure?" asked the fairy. "I'm really sure, fairy. My axe is much more worse than that," said Alan. She made another whirlpool and out came out Alan's axe. The fairy asked, "Is this your axe?" Alan said happily, "Yes, this is my axe. Thank you, dear fairy." Before Alan left, the fairy shouted, "Wait! I offered you a golden axe and a silver axe. Why didn't you take it?" Alan said, "Because it's not my axe, dear fairy." The fairy said, "Take these 2 axes as a gift for your honest deed." Alan said, "I couldn't take them. It's not mine." But the fairy said, "Do take them," and then she disappeared. Alan took those 2 axes and sold and made a lot of riches and built a big house. Even though he was very rich, he was still very hardworking. His Diego felt curious with him. How did he get so much of money in such a short time? He went to Alan and asked how did he get so much of riches. And Alan told him that the story that happened near the river. Diego said to himself, "If I make a bigger axe and more gold for me, And then he asked all the servants to make a giant axe. He carried it to the river and looked around so nobody was watching him. After he felt he was safe, he threw his axe into the river and cried out for help. "Help, oh help! My axe, my only axe, so I can earn a living with." And the fairy appeared again. She made a small whirlpool and out came out Diego's axe. The fairy asked, "Is this your axe?" "No, this is not my axe." Diego lied to the fairy. She made another whirlpool and out came out a silver axe. The fairy asked, "Is this your axe?" "No, this is not my axe, dear fairy," said Diego and lied again. Next she made another whirlpool and out came out a golden axe. And the fairy asked, "Is this your axe?" "Yes, this is my axe," said Diego. And the fairy asked, "Are you sure?" "Because I saw a diamond axe down the river," she said. And Diego said, "Oh, it's because of the dizziness. My axe is actually made out of diamonds." The fairy said, "The diamond axe is a bit too heavy for the whirlpool to carry, so I'll go carry it myself." Diego was sitting under a tree until it was night and realized that the fairy had tricked him. He went back walking home. While he was walking, he heard a voice. "How dare you lie to me? Here's the punishment you'll face for your dishonesty." He heard that, and he started to run and fell down a hill and got injured very badly. It cost him so much money for his medical issues, and he even had to sell his house and his land. Alan felt pity on him and decided to give him a job. From that day on, Diego became a very hardworking and an honest man. Alan was respected by everyone in the country. Even though he was very rich, he still offered to help others, give donations, and was a very hardworking and honest man. Everybody lived happily ever after. And dear judges, the moral of this story is you always have to be honest in every single situation. Thank you very much. The end.